I'm a little bit tired, you know. I wanna home.
You're going to rest now. There's already a tweet gone out from you saying, maybe I fight Moses Itauma as well. Is that true?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know because now I wanna think what next.
Right, that would garner him, and get him the experience he needs to compete with a Usyk, right? But right now is just not the time. I just think it's just too early, okay?
Looking at fights to kind of get me into that later round, because I feel like with Usyk, I feel like I've got a better skill set than him, but I feel like towards the later rounds, he'll just outdo me because I've never been in that sort of fight.
Boxing legends are buzzing after Moses Atoma's sensational first-round knockout of Dillian Whyte. Antonio Tarver praised the young fighter, saying Atoma is incredible and fights in a style that reminds him of Mike Tyson. He pointed out Atoma's knockout power and maturity beyond his years. Many believe this victory has announced Atoma as a new rising star in heavyweight boxing, showing he has the talent and presence to dominate the division's future.
I am with him right now. He's speaking with Joseph Parker.
This time I wanna rest.
You want to rest?
Yeah, I wanna rest.
For holiday. See you, kid. Congratulations, champ. You were absolutely incredible tonight. Did you enjoy that performance?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Listen, I'm very happy. I train hard. 3.5 months. I not look my family, my children. Now I'm a little bit tired, you know. I wanna home.
You're going to rest now. There's already a tweet gone out from you saying, maybe I fight Moses Itauma as well. Is that true?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know because now I wanna think what next. What next? Who my next opponent? Because now I have time and think about my career and the next fight.
You're loved in Ukraine, but I really do think you are loved by us here as well, and it showed tonight.
Thank you so much. I love UK people because it's a special fans, you know?
And you know, the final thing, people are now going to start talking about you as one of the greatest of all time. Does that mean something to you, to be one of the very greatest fighters and heavyweights of all time?
Thank you so much, bro.
Cheers.
Ben Davison's reaction to the shocking knockout was full of respect and admiration. He said it was special to see a British legend like Dillian Whyte step into the ring again, no matter the result. Davison appreciated Whyte's career achievements, but also recognized how big Atoma's victory was. He viewed the fight not just as a quick finish, but as a passing of the torch moment to a younger generation.
Dekhiye Usyk is demanding the Moses Atoma versus Oleksandr Usyk fight. That's the fight that he would like to make happen, as you guys just read in the caption. And let me counterpunch. I mean, that sounds good. You know, I think that Turkey is looking for someone to beat Usyk. And Moses' name is just the next name up, especially in his own personal interest. It's not Joseph Parker. I don't know what's the deal with Parker. I don't know why he doesn't like Parker. I mean, Parker to me is more like a Jon Snow, because I mean, he gets in battles and he gets scrapes and bleeds and abrasions and battle scars, but he ends up victorious at the end of the day, right? So that's what Joseph Parker reminds me of. But I think that it should be in order. It should be in order to fight. I don't think that a guy with 13 fights is or should be awarded that type of fight. Now, if the fight happened, it would be pretty good. Southpaw versus Southpaw, old lion versus, young lion. And I know Moses would jump on the opportunity if getting it, and he may get it. Depends on how bad does Turkey want it, because if Turkey really wants this fight, if he really, really wanted that fight, he's going to offer enough money for Usyk to go in there, because I think it's about Usyk, not Moses. You know what I mean? And also, something else you have to factor in is it's not all about what Turkey wants. It's also, and it should be, about what the sanction.
Promoter Frank Warren called the fight an incredible and brutal display. Said the speed and decisiveness of Atoma's performance sent a clear message to the boxing world. The short fight showed Atoma's explosive style and finishing ability, proving he could handle the pressure of a big event against a respected opponent like Whyte. Warren's focus on brutality and efficiency meant Itauma gave fans and promoters exactly what they want to see: entertainment mixed with real skill.
You must have a view of what level you're at now.
If you want my honest opinion, I think
I do.
If my skill set, if you're talking about my ring IQ and what I display in the ring, I feel like I am the best in the world, but I haven't displayed the later rounds. That's all what I kind of want to get ticked off. So my next opponent or opponents this year, we're just looking at fights to kind of get me into that later round, because I feel like with Usyk, I feel like I've got a better skill set than him, but I feel like towards the later rounds, he'll just outdo me because I've never been in that.
Frank Warren tweeted, "Moses Itauma is the real deal. We all just witnessed something special." His words showed the impact of Atoma's victory and how much it impressed the boxing world. Oladipo also said it was extraordinary for Atoma to achieve so much at such a young age. He explained that Atoma has time to keep improving and could dominate for years. Beating an experienced fighter like Whyte in such a dominant way shows huge potential. Oladipo believes the next 2 or 3 years could define Atoma's legacy, since he already has the skill, discipline, and fearlessness that most fighters take years to develop. He said Atoma's journey is only beginning, with unlimited room to grow.
Atoma can fight and beat the likes of Oleksandr Usyk, which everybody, His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh is stating that he would love to make a fight with Usyk and Moses Atoma. That's the fight to be made. Me personally, I think it's too early in his career. At 20 years old, Usyk knows all the tricks of the trade. Usyk is very athletic. Okay, he's a southpaw. He's slick. He knows how to buy time. He knows how to control distance and range. He has an extremely high ring IQ. I think that's a step too far for Moses Atoma right now, right? But this is what Turkey want to see, and obviously Moses has a puncher's chance. Okay, he has a puncher's chance to land a big punch on Oleksandr Usyk, he's bigger than him. Usyk is 6'3" with a 78-inch arm reach. So Moses is bigger than him, right? And he obviously has a puncher's chance.
Trainer Dave Caldwell summed up the moment with one word: devastating. He said, "Itauma is a fighter who always gives his best and entertains fans with his speed and intensity." For Caldwell, this fight proved Itauma is not only about power, but also about putting on a performance fans will never forget. His fast-paced style could make him a fan favorite, bringing the kind of excitement boxing needs.
Oleksandr Usyk, he's bigger than him. Usyk is 6'3" with a 78-inch arm reach. So Moses is bigger than him, right? And he obviously has a puncher's chance. But with that said, I just think that, that's a step too far. There's other names that I could see Moses Atoma fighting. Fight the likes of Joseph Parker, right? Big Zhang, okay? There's names out there that he can fight, right? That would, garner him, and get him the experience he needs to compete with a Usyk, right? But right now is just not the time. I just think it's just too early, okay? I think that, we need to allow this young man to grow, right? And then, we talk about Usyk. The problem is Usyk is 39, 40 years of age.
Analysts quickly dismissed the idea that Whyte lost because of bad preparation. They noted that Whyte came into the fight in excellent condition and with years of experience. This made Atoma's victory even more impressive, as he had never faced someone of Whyte's level before. By winning so convincingly, Atoma showed he had the composure and strength to compete at the top. Analysts concluded that this fight proved he could soon become a champion in the heavyweight division.
I'm sure you would have seen that Ring Magazine have put out a tweet tonight or an Instagram post saying that they've been informed that Turkey wants to see Usyk and Moses next. What do you think about that?
Let's see. He's just had a big fight. I think,
Is he ready for that in your opinion? Just your opinion. Is he ready for
I think it's one of them fights where it's a win-win. The experience he'd gained from it, the opportunity to really, if Usyk was to box Dillian Whyte, people wouldn't say it'd be a one-round job before tonight had happened. And I think, what he'd learned from it, the opportunity. And as much as Moses hasn't been in there with somebody like Usyk hasn't been in there with someone like Moses either.
After the fight, Atoma himself stayed humble. He said he has been boxing since the age of 9, and his focus has always been on mastering the sport, not chasing fame. He explained that his passion is to be remembered as a great fighter, not a celebrity. This attitude won fans respect, as they value authenticity in athletes. Atoma's focus on legacy and love for boxing showed maturity that separates him from many other young fighters.
Interview is going to go out after the fight. So let's say Dillian does get the win. Who do you want to see him with next?
Don't know. If Dillian wins it, I'll be taking out.
And what about Moses? What next to him? Is it Oleksandr Usyk?
Huh?
If Moses gets the win, what next? Is it Oleksandr Usyk or is that too soon?
Please leave Usyk alone. Usyk is a beast, man. Different beast. Different beast.
Derek, what next for you? When are we going to see you next in the ring?
Right now, I'm going to go sit down on the ringside and enjoy it.
Ron Goodall tweeted, Moses Atoma set everything up with his feints, did what he was supposed to do with all the hype around him, and captured his best win so far. His words highlighted Atoma's technical skill and calmness under pressure. Using feints showed maturity beyond his age, and winning in such a high-profile fight silenced doubts. G-Man, a boxing analyst, pointed out that many expected Whyte's experience to test Atoma and make the fight last longer. Instead, Atoma's quick knockout shocked everyone. This made the victory even more meaningful, showing he can handle pressure and even exceed expectations. His ability to finish the fight so fast reinforced his status as a unique and dangerous prospect.
I am with Joseph Parker. Yeah, what did you make of that, Joseph?
Explosive and quick, faster than a lot of people thought. We thought it was going to be 3-4 rounds, and if he gets past that, it'll be a bit harder fight. But one round, every fighter wants to come out and be explosive and knock out their opponent and go home and chill.
It's silly of me to say, do you want Moses next? Because really, you want Oleksandr Usyk, don't you?
Yeah, I want Usyk next. I know Usyk deserves his time to relax and chill with his family. When he's ready, I'd love to open up negotiations and see if we can make that fight happen.
Does that extension clause with the sanctioning body give you more hope that it may well happen?
You just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. There's an extension to buy more time on an injury, and hopefully, when he does decide to come back, then we can negotiate, and if we can make it happen, it'll be awesome.
Listen, we love you, and you're all about you, and we want you to be a world champion again, and I think you will be. But just say a final word on what we've witnessed tonight in the 20-year-olds who may be the coming force eventually.
Listen, he did a tremendous job. I was just watching it now. I didn't really see it properly, but he...
Buddy McGirt, Whyte's coach, gave an honest breakdown. He admitted that Whyte was caught clean by Atoma's punch and could not recover. McGirt defended the referee's decision to stop the fight, saying it was the right call for Whyte's safety. He also admitted that Atoma has the qualities to become a future world champion. Coming from such an experienced trainer, this praise highlighted how impressive Atoma's performance was.
An exclusive for you is that the WBO about a month ago put out that Joe Parker, who's their interim champion, has to challenge against Usyk, and Usyk has to defend against him. He's put a letter into yesterday stating, so I found out today, stating that he's asked him for an extension period because he's injured before being ordered to do anything. But whatever happens, the fact of life is that Joe Parker will either fight as champion if Usyk vacates the title, or he will fight Usyk for the title. So it's exciting times. If Moses were to win, or even if Dillian wins, whoever wins that fight, they're in the one spot. And if the fight doesn't happen with Usyk and Joe, then Joe will have to fight the official #1 contender.
Gosh, so that should be really fascinating, shouldn't it? Thank you for that little bit of exclusive there. So are you just telling us there in that exclusive that Usyk's got an injury at the moment then? That's what he's coping with at the moment?
His camp have written to the, asked him for a period of time to, before.
When speaking to The Ring, Ben Davison said he was proud of how Atoma handled the occasion. He explained that the win wasn't just about power, but also about preparation, focus, and mental strength. As a trainer, Davison showed how much work went into preparing Atoma for this fight, said the victory proved Atoma belonged on the big stage. His comments suggested that this is just the first step toward world title opportunities.
I don't know. You don't seem as impressed or sad?
No, of course impressed. Very impressed, but it's just a bit sad for Dillian. Like, he shouldn't really have been in there, if I'm honest. But, what? You know that. You know that.
Lee, what you've got to say?
That's not what I said first.
No.
Hey,
No.
it's a special kid,
Yeah, of
Moses.
course he is, but I don't think, like, that was the worst matchup for him with no activity. And I felt like that was always going to happen.
Dillian Whyte's career, that one looks similar to that stylistically.
He's brilliant. But I found it, knowing Dillian and everything, at 38 years old, I found it quite hard to watch.
I just have to ask, whilst he's there, the Warrington fight, are we going to see that next?
Yeah, we love the fight. You know, I mean, the problem is with Lee Wood, fuck me, I gave him some money. Jesus Christ. And now, obviously, every fight has its value, I always say. And that's a big value fight. It's a great fight for both. Listen, it's the final roll of the dice for both. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'll be interested to see how it plays out. We're definitely interested.
Arab News Sport tweeted, Moses Atoma cemented his status as a heavyweight title contender by scoring a first-round knockout over Dillian Whyte on Saturday at the A&B Arena in Riyadh. This message shows the global impact of Atoma's victory. His quick win over an experienced opponent like Whyte was more than just another fight. It was a statement that he belongs among the best.
We go with him now. It wouldn't surprise me if they put him in a world title fight in 2 fights' time.
Yeah, well, we're going to see what Oleksandr Usyk's been given this extension with the WBO title. Joseph Parker obviously is the interim champion. Parker may take another route. He's very well ranked in the WBC as well. You don't know, of all these moving parts. And like you say, the main man, Turki Al-Sheikh, the guy that puts the money up, he will decide what he wants to do there. But if that WBO title becomes vacant, don't be surprised that you do not see Joseph Parker fighting for that title, but you see a vacant title going in with Moses Atoma versus Filip Hrgovic. That's the fight I could see for the vacant title.
For all the patience that Moses showed tonight, for all the precision he showed to put Dillian Whyte away, we still don't know what's going to happen when he's in the trenches, do we?
It's always the case, isn't it? You know, whenever you get a fantastic young talent coming through. I remember they said it's about Naz all those years
And Bruno.
ago. Bruno, you know, the list goes on. It's a long one. And there will be somebody somewhere who can take the shots and who will put it on him. And then the questions will be asked, and it's whether or not he's got the answers. There'll be people
in the world. Oh my goodness. I mean, let's be honest. We all expected Moses to win, but not in 2 minutes. The man annihilated Dillian Whyte in 2 minutes, and the man, I mean, listen. Let me give you the truth about Moses Itauma. This is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Speed kills. And Moses Itauma is one of the fastest heavyweights I have ever seen in my life. Is he faster than Mike Tyson? Of course not. But for this generation and this era, he is the fastest and youngest heavyweight that we have in our generation. Now Moses Itauma, oh my God. Southpaw, deadly puncher, lightning quick, intelligent, smart, cerebral at just 20 years old, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. And even if you think about it, the man has been dangerous.